trying to save every penny on a property can actually end up costing you more money in the long run. Now, we'll dig into why this can be the case on today's episode. Sometimes you have to spend more money in real estate in order to save. Now, I know that this can sound counterintuitive, but hear me out. A lot of this as well comes down to your personal goals for real estate investing, as well as, to be honest, your mindset and your temperament. So when it comes to real estate investing, you're buying a property, right? Property could be new or it could be something dated. Regardless, if you're gonna rent it out, let's just use as an example, you're gonna long-term rent the property out. You wanna make sure that it's renter ready. So I often suggest that you start with your inspection report. You look through that and see if there are any major issues or issues that are gonna cause you problems in the near term. If there are, you should fix those, because nobody wants to deal with a call in the middle of the night to fix a toilet. I'm just saying, right? So you should identify those issues. Don't skimp here, right? Just don't run a vacuum through the place and get a renter in there. I mean, look, if it's a brand new build and everything should be dialed in, then great, go ahead and do that. But make sure that the property is renter ready, because spending a little bit on the upfront will save you not only money, but also time and headache and less stress in the long run. The second thing is property management. I mean, should you manage it yourself or not? That really is a personal decision. I currently manage some of my own properties and have for years, and I recommend it as a way to kind of grow your skills, grow an understanding of what it's like to manage renters, and then pass things off to a management company as you look to scale and grow your own real estate portfolio. But the reality is it's not for everybody. Regardless of your preferred approach, you should always analyze a property with a property management fee in there. So again, using the long-term renter example, from a national perspective, on average, it varies a little bit depending on the market, but it's around 10%. So you should always factor that fee when you're analyzing a property to see if the numbers will work, because what if something happens to you? If something happens to me and I can no longer manage my property, I mean, my wife isn't gonna do it. And so I need to make sure that the property makes sense and the numbers make sense if I have to hire a property manager. And so that's something to consider as well, because depending on your goals, if you're looking to scale fast, you might purposely choose to have somebody manage your property because you want to hand that task off, because time is limited. It's a scarce resource, and you want to be able to focus your efforts on things that are going to make you the most money fast and help you to grow and expand your portfolio, like finding and identifying new properties to purchase, figuring out ways to finance those properties. And so it's something to consider and think about when looking to build your portfolio. Time is a scarce resource, and so you really need to think about where you're going to be focusing your efforts. And the reality is, more often than not, most folks are doing this because they want to create more time for themselves. So start doing that from the beginning. Identify opportunities to save costs by spending a little bit more upfront, and also outsourcing certain tasks that either you aren't good at or don't make sense for you to do because they slow you down from doing things that you should be focusing on that will help you grow your portfolio to your desired size. And by the way, you don't always have to continue to grow your portfolio, and your goal doesn't have to be to have this large portfolio. It could just be 1 or 2 or 3 properties. That's up to you to decide. But here's something to think about. Once you buy a property, somebody has to watch it. It's either got to be you or somebody else. And of course, at some point in time, you want to go on vacation, you want to take some trips, you want to go to kids' sports. And so the question becomes, are you willing to deal with that at a distance and put in the systems and processes and also hire the right team to help facilitate that? Or do you want to have more of a turnkey solution that you can hand off to somebody else? There's no right or wrong reason. It's whatever works best for you. Everyone's goals are different. For me personally, I like outsourcing it so I don't have to worry about the day-to-day. Now, I currently still manage some of my properties myself, but I have this goal to eventually have all of my properties managed by a property manager. So again, I have that free time. I'm not thinking about these things while I'm on vacation. And also, I can then focus on acquiring more properties, more so than I currently am, because I do have to dedicate some time to the day-to-day of those properties when things do come up. Hey, look, I started off self-managing all my properties, and there are definite benefits to doing that. You can learn a lot, and for the right individual, I totally recommend doing it, but it's not for everyone. If you'd like to hear more about this topic, or any other for that matter, hit me up in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and of course subscribe to my channel if you want to get the latest content as it becomes available. Feel free to share the content as well with anyone you think might enjoy it, and we'll see you on the next episode.